Today's deck is the most fun I've ever had playing Standard, and that's because we not only have a ridiculous amount of tokens we're creating, but we also stole the entirety of our opponent's decks and used it against them as our own win cons. It's pretty toxic, but it's also a lot of fun. Alright guys, just on ridiculous factor alone, this might be the greatest deck I think I've ever made. I am having so much fun with this deck. I can't even like express to you how silly this is. But this deck list is brought to you by one of our viewers, actually. Jack in the stream the other day was mentioning how he's been trying Siegebreaker with Roaming Throne to double its effects. I thought that was such an interesting idea. And so I took a look at his list, copied it down, and then we made some huge adjustments to it. So I hope he's proud of this one. But anyways, Mardu Siegebreaker, an absolutely broken card that I've loved since the day I saw it, but I've only played it the one time as soon as it came out on Tarkir, and I've tried to build around it again a couple of times to no avail. It was pretty tough to make this card work extremely consistently because you need some really good targets. This thing comes down, copies a creature basically, and turns it into a token every time it attacks. By exiling it off the field, of course. This card's really cool with good ETB triggers and effects, kind of like the Evangelist. Evangelist is a really good target for this because not only do we take the Evangelist off the field and exile it, but when we copy it, it comes in and it creates a bat right away. And then when it dies, which is going to be sacrificed on the end step, it creates another bat. So we've done sort of a thing like this before with the Siegebreaker, but never like this, guys, because today we're doing it with Roaming Throne, which thanks to Jack, I'm aware that if you choose human, this is actually going to double the Siegebreaker's abilities. Not to mention we have some other doubling effects in this deck as well, like Windcrag Siege. Windcrag Siege can double up on attack triggers, which is what the Siegebreaker has, is that it's an attack trigger to create that token, so you can double it yet again. And then we've also got the Elspeth, which can double the tokens that you're generating off of the Siegebreaker. So as you can tell, this thing can absolutely go nuclear if you've got all the pieces on the battlefield at once. The likelihood of that happening is pretty low, but if it does, you're in for a big ride, especially because our win con here today, guys. The card we copied the most today, and the card that absolutely surprised me was the Wrench. This card is insane, dude. The Saboteur allows you to enter the battlefield, look at the top 9 cards of the opponent's library, and then take 2 of them for your own to cast as any color. And this card is nuts. When you're talking about copying it with the Siegebreaker multiple times a turn, you're getting through the opponent's deck extremely fast, and we did it so many times today. I could not believe with only 2 copies in my deck how often we pulled this off today, which is really weird. I don't think that's going to happen for everybody at all the time. If you want to run more copies of these to pull it off more consistently, you can, but it is a 5-mana legendary. You really shouldn't have more than 2 in the deck, but man, oh man, did this pop off. There's obviously some other really good targets that we can hit too as a means of generating value out the Siegebreaker, but for the most part, Saboteur, we had just wait till the last game. The last game, trust me guys, it's worth the watch. This is my favorite video we've made in a long time. I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as I did. Until next time, peace out. All right, guys, we've got such a fun list for you today. Shout out to Jack in the chat the other day in the live stream for putting me on to the Roaming Throne idea with the Siegebreaker. Such a cool idea, man. And we've already had games with the Saboteur underneath our Siegebreaker, and let me tell you guys, it was some doozies, man. Those games were wild. We stole our opponent's like entire deck at one point. It was really funny. They were down to like the last 3 cards. All right, so we've got ourselves a life gain player, so we're gonna need as much removal as possible here. All right, let's just go ahead and probably blow up the Channeler with the Get Lost. That's probably gonna have to be the move here. And they try to play a bat to get the extra life gain. We're gonna take this out now. Betrayal would have been nice to get rid of the Channeler, but there would have been no way for me to pull that off. All right, so they're just gonna go with the map tokens, which I kind of had a feeling might have been the case. All righty, well, that's tough. Another Channeler on top is wild. They keep it there, because why wouldn't they? And let's just go with the Betrayal. All right. And then next turn, we do have the Roaming Throne. We can name Human, which can block pretty well for a couple of turns. And then hopefully with the Wrench, we can find off the top of their deck, like a Sheltered by Ghosts or something. That would be fantastic. They got a Healer Hawk on top. They keep it. All right, Roaming Throne, name Human. And then we just got to hope that next turn pays off with the Saboteur. We got 2 damage coming in though. 2 damage coming in from the land, and another 1 damage from the town. So we're taking a little bit of a beat down here. They don't attack. Okay, I love that. Sorry guys, my throat is being weird. All right, here we go. We're doubling up the Saboteur, which I haven't even pulled this off yet with the doubling effects. Huge. Absolutely huge. You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna start gaining a little bit of life off the Sanctifiers. Let's see. Another Sheltered and a Banishing Light. Oh my gosh, yes. Just what the doctor ordered. Thank you, Wrench. We needed that. I don't think the opponent has a shot at all now. Yeah, there's no way. And they just send in the Healer Hawk. Too slow, man. Way too slow. All right, here we go. Let's do Shelter by Ghost. Oh, we're gonna double up the triggers again here, guys. Let's do it. Boom! Double them up again. I need some lands, if you don't mind. I'll take 1 land. This is so mean. This is so mean. Day of Judgment, just so I don't have it in their deck. I don't want them to have that. That would have been bad. I will take this. Take your land. Let's take another Sheltered by Ghosts here. And now our Roaming Throne has Ward 6. So that's kind of nice. Could have played that to start the turn, but I couldn't have, you know, couldn't have anticipated the turn going this way, I don't think. We didn't know what we were going to top deck. All right. Now we're simply just looking for what? Oh, our Siegebreaker. Siegebreaker, and then we double up on the Saboteur hits. Absolutely disgusting, man. Just a disgusting display. That's fine. We'll get it back. They're giving me these bounce effects. Like they're essentially keep taking the wrong creature that I keep getting back over and over again. I don't know what they're thinking, man. But I appreciate you allowing me to hit you again with it. Of course. What else would I take? I get to play their entire deck. I think I've drawn more cards off of their deck than they have. I was gonna get 4 more there. I've drawn more than they have. That's so funny. Saboteur is broken. All right, guys, this may seem a little bit weird, but I'm already making adjustments to the build as we play. I went ahead and I made a cut. I don't think I like the Vengeful Blood Witch. I know it drains the opponent really well and gains me life, but I think it's too slow. I think that card, the way it felt in my hand last game, it didn't seem like it would be very good. This is one of the few times that I'm playing the deck without play testing it a whole bunch, so you're gonna see me making some adjustments to the build as we go along here. I do love the idea of ramping into my Siegebreaker immediately here. That's kind of fire. Opponents on Orzhov, are they also life gain? I wonder. It's good to have a little bit of removal here in the opener. Oh man, I really hope we get a Saboteur with the Siege today, man. I know you guys got to see the Saboteur just absolutely pop off there, but not in the typical sense that I was hoping for. The Siegebreaker pop-offs are a lot more fun and more consistent. Treasure. End the turn. Oh, I could have attacked. Whoops. They took so long to make that, you know, get lost decision that I forgot I could attack there. Whoopsies. Okay, well, that does slow me down, but hey, it sets me up also for just getting, you know, the Caretaker's talent down, which is totally fine. Totally fine. Because we got Elspeth next turn too, which is nice. All right, that's a problem because I don't have any. Oh, I do have an exiling effect. What am I saying? Yeah, we have Betrayal. All right, well, let's just go with Elspeth for now. This is fine. This is all going okay. It's all going to plan. Exercise. How about you go exercise, pal? What do you got? Sheltered? Please don't be sheltered. I mean, I could blow the sheltered up. What am I saying? You can go. Let's do it. Let's get Caretaker's Talent down. Let's draw cards this way and save the +1 on the Caretaker's Talent for a rainy day. We'll do one of these. Yeah, one of these can draw me a card if the opponent ends up sweeping the field. They can't block yet. Get them low as possible here before the Catchermost gets activated and can attack. Make your move. Oh, come on with the destroying the enchantment stuff, man. Get a job, bro. I'm one to talk. Holy crap. I just realized. Okay. Oh, man. What do we got here? What's next? Sheltered? I'm just waiting for the Sheltered by Ghost to take the Elspeth here. Hey, they found a Betrayal. We have one of those that I'm hoping to find. Hope we can find that very soon. That'd be nice. You know what? This is still going to be really fun. We got a big draw engine happening here. The gnome was really kind of for this purpose of like utilizing it when case of emergency, you know? And this is an emergency. We need to draw some cards. Let's go. Drawing some cards, gaining some life. I mean, it's going well. It's going well. I can't complain. The opponent's going to sweep the field maybe here. If they don't, they're cooked. Yeah, I was going to say, if they don't sweep the field here, they're kind of done. G to the G's, man. Got the Siege Breaker down. That's a win. Alrighty, we're going first. Hand's great. Let's go. Good starting hand right here. Very classical mono white tokens hand. Good enough for sure. Okay. Not attacking my hand with the duress. That's good. But are they attacking my hand with the Deep Cavern Bat? Tiny Bones. I don't really care, do I? I don't know. Maybe I should. No, I don't care. I do not care. You can have it. We got Evangelist next turn that can block extremely well, draw me a card, all that good stuff. Oh, that's a card I care about. Definitely don't want them putting anything they want into their graveyard. Should probably do something about that. Somebody should probably do something about this person. Seems good. Let's go. Pass the turn. Evangelist, I would have loved to have played it there, guys, but I'm telling you, this card right here is a nasty, nasty card. I played it myself, and being able to basically just go through your deck. If you guys don't know, it has survival. If it gets tapped at any point, it's going to allow them to go to their deck list and then find any card they want to put in the graveyard. It's pretty wild. It sets up for really good reanimation consistencies. So very much a must-answer threat. Glad we didn't take out the Tiny Bones, because I would have been sitting there not knowing what to do. That's a good reanimation target. Each player sacrifices half of their non-god cards. I haven't seen that in a minute. How much mana is that normally? Just 5? All right, live or die. Keeping that on top, obviously, to reanimate. But here's the thing. If you're going to keep a 5-mana reanimation spell on top of your deck and you're missing your 3rd land drop this much, I was going to say, that's a mistake. All right, let's go. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, now the question becomes, do we block with the gnome or block with the evangelist? I think I'm obviously blocking with the gnome here, because either way I'm drawing a card, and the evangelist I think is a better target to copy with. I mean, I could double block though and take out the Tiny Bones, which might be worth it. I don't know. Is it worth it to take out the Tiny Bones to just get back 1 bat token? I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't think so. I think this is the better play. Get Lost is solid. Let's see. Let's do some quick math here. So if I played this, hit that for 1, I'm gonna need 1 more land to come in untapped for that play. Let's do it. All right, drawing 2. Caretaker's talent's really pulling its weight this game. We don't attack. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we attack with you. End the turn, and then we go get lost here on either one is fine. I think I'm actually going to go get lost on the tiny bones, because then what happens is the slasher is going to put the map tokens onto itself, getting counters. And when that happens, it becomes exiled when it dies, because if this thing has map or 1/1 counters put onto it, it's the same as having the stun counters on it. It just goes to exile when it goes to the graveyard eventually, once it has counters and dies. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. That's big value for me there. 2 lands is crazy work. Absolute crazy work. All right, we're gonna do this. Like I said, we're gonna do this. And if I can figure out a way to kill the slasher now moving forward, they're gonna put the map token on it and probably get a 1/1 counter. Yep. These caretakers' talents are really cooking for us right now, and the opponent not hitting certain land drops at certain times is kind of crushing them at the moment too. So all right, let's draw a bunch of cards. It's a good card finally. And then some more lands. Man, if they saw my hand right now, they would not be scared whatsoever. I'll tell you that much. They're probably thinking to themselves, oh, this guy has so many cards, I'm cooked. Yeah, if only. If only the shuffler wasn't a thing, maybe. I have Roaming Throne. If I can find the Siege Breaker, it's gonna get wild. Oh my gosh, no. Come on, game. I'm sure there's another card in my deck, right? There is. Okay, cool. I didn't think... I thought for a second we might have been cooked. All right. I guess we choose human, of course. I think I'm going to draw some cards first before I make my decision on the scoundrel here. Okay, let's go scoundrel. Unreal, dude. This is so disgusting. This card. This card. All right, we kind of upgraded a little bit. Let's just play a tap land here. Okay. Sure. Sure thing, pal. Trumpeting Carnosaur, please find me a Siege Breaker. That would be chef's kiss if the Trumpeting Carnosaur found me a Siege Breaker. I have never drawn this many cards and found this little amount of interaction and pieces that I need. I've drawn half my deck here, and I've found almost every land in my deck. You know what? Let's do it. If they have a kill spell here, I'm gonna feel pretty sad. It's pretty big gamble I'm taking here. Sorry, guys. If you know me, you know I've got allergies. Nope, they let it die. They think it's coming back, but it's not. Watch them touch it in the graveyard. Like, what? What's going on? Happens all the time. You don't ever want to put counters onto the slasher. It's not a good idea for its abilities. Opponent's still struggling with the 3 lands. I can't say I'm having the same problem, unfortunately. Surely we hit a Siege Breaker. I'm really bummed because you know the opponent's going to concede here probably. I don't want them to concede because we're pretty close to pulling off the Roaming Throne and Siege Breaker combo. That's fine if they kill it, sure. Sure. Oh man, they're gonna be so mad. They're gonna be so mad at me. All right, that'll have to do. I can discard some cards from my hand again until I find it. I really just want to meme on this opponent, man. I know I should attack here, and I'm going to, but I feel like I should just like not attack until I set up for the Siegebreaker play, because this is not fair. We have gone 34 cards deep into my deck and haven't found a Siegebreaker yet. Like, what are we doing? And it just keeps getting worse. All right, we're gonna just do a treasure so we can draw 3 and then draw or discard. Oh my God. There can't be any more lands in my deck. There physically cannot be any more lands in my deck. All right. We're here for the fun of it, right? We're here for the fun of it. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I know I could kill their Gonti. I know I can exile or whatever. I don't care. I want to do the memes. This is the perfect game for us to do the memes because our opponent is completely cooked on board and everything. So I'm just trying my best to pull off the nonsense here. And if my game doesn't allow me to pull this nonsense off, I'm going to be pretty upset. That's a wild attack. That is a wild attack. There's the Siegebreaker. And there's the... Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. See, those are the only 2 cards I was looking for. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Oh my God, this is gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. Let's take you. I don't really care. And then you. I'm just doing this really quick so the opponent doesn't give up on me here. Don't give up on me, pal. Hang in there. Hang in there. Don't give up on me. Oh my God, we get to take 2 of them. We get to take 2 of them. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hang in there, pal. We'll get through this together. I gotta leave some stuff back actually to block, huh? 4, 8. Yeah, let's just leave some stuff back here. Hang in there, pal. Stay with me here. Stay with me here, man. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. Oh, I'm taking you. That card's sweet. Definitely taking both of these. You are not hitting me with the end on my Siegebreaker. No! Come on, man. I didn't even get to finish the turn. Oh, that turn was going to be nasty. Siegebreaker was going to hit again. Wait, hold on. So Siegebreaker was going to go again because of the roaming throne, right? And then it was going to go again because of the siege. Dude, we were going to get so many tokens there. Unreal. All right, we're going first. That was the best and worst game we've ever had in our lives at the exact same time. I don't know how that's possible, but it was. That was awesome. Oh man, too much fun, man. Too much fun. We've got another really great looking hand here too. We actually have the, sorry, hold on. I gotta do some quick little notes here. We actually have the Saboteur and the Siegebreaker together, which is phenomenal. Ramp our way into the Saboteur. We'll probably just go with the Get Lost next turn to take out whatever they play here, whether it's the Johnny's Pridemate or whatever other 2-drop that may be threatening us here. Perfect. I'm glad it was the Pridemate because it can't pass its counters off to the other thing. All right. We're definitely running out Get Lost here, which means I can play out the Gnome. That's good. The Gnome's a really good blocker here. Stops the Sanctifier from getting in, which is good. I could actually just sacrifice the Gnome with a block to the Ajani's Pridemate here just to draw another card and then blow up the Ajani's Pridemate. That might be worth it, honestly, just to get that extra card. I may end up needing the Gnome later, though. Like, are we really trying to throw it away here when we don't necessarily need to? I don't know if that's the greatest of ideas, but... Enduring Innocence. Okay. That's fine. All right, Johnny's Pridemate, you're gone. I am excited, though, to see what the Saboteur can grab us here. I'm expecting some Sheltered by Ghosts, which will be very helpful moving forward. No attacks, makes sense. All right, guys, I'm so excited, man. I'm really excited. All right, Banishing Light's huge. I need removal. The more removal I can get, the better. We'll take a land, too. The land works really well for us. No attacks. This next turn is going to be electric. Electric. I wonder if they attack though, because if they don't attack, that actually makes my Mardu Siegebreaker not as good. Because I need them to kind of send these things through. Darn it. Okay, that does make things a little bit tricky. Because if I attack in with my Mardu Siegebreaker, they're just going to use their innocence to block, and that doesn't seem very good, does it? I guess for now, what I'm going to do here is just get this down and get a treasure. I think that's fine. I need them to commit some attacks here. That's what I need to happen. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Honestly, a Sheltered by Ghosts or a Banishing Light of their own would be pretty good here too, because they would probably take the Saboteur, and then I get my Saboteur right back with my own Banishing Light play into a Siegebreaker. So that would be the best thing possible. Ah. All right. You got it. You got it. These innocents are so annoying, man. Yeah, use the map token. Do it. Do it. I don't know, man. Do I take the Innocence with the Banishing Light, or do I take the Ajani's Pridemate? I just don't know. I feel like the Pridemate's going to swing in pretty relentlessly, which is a good thing. We need them to swing in so that the Mardu Siegebreaker can attack back into them to get the tokens off the Saboteur. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is using the Banishing Light on the Enduring Innocence. This one here. That had Summoning Sickness? Okay, that makes sense. All right. Get Lost is fantastic. Get Lost is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could technically block with everything here. I'm doing it, dude. I'm doing it. This is going to be a weird little turn here, but it's going to be a good turn. All right. That's fine. We take you. And I wonder actually how they're going to block. I want to see how they block here, and I want to hold my Get Lost as an option. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Banishing Lights for days. Let's see what they do. We're getting another Saboteur, by the way, with the Caretaker's Talent. This is so good. This is so broken. Such a funny little game here. This deck is so cool. They're looking and deciding here, guys. This is a tough one for them, and I don't blame them. It's a pretty tough decision to make. What are they gonna do? Do they actually get to see the cards that I took, by the way? Exile 2 of them face down. They don't see the cards that I have. That's interesting. So they block kind of how I thought they were going to block, which is great news for us, because what we're going to do is surprise them with this. Keep the Siegebreaker. And I don't get to copy the token, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's okay. It still works out in our favor, I think, overall. All right, so we've got 2 chump blockers here. Siegebreaker needs to stay on the field. I mean, if it doesn't, though, here's the thing. If they take the Siegebreaker, right, I'm going to get back my Wrench, and I get back the Siegebreaker with my own Banishing Light. So I'm kind of rooting for a Sheltered by Ghosts here or something. I don't think they can win this, guys. I think we have a perfect situation. Literally a perfect situation. Perfect. They took the wrong card. They took the wrong card. That's the beauty of ETB effects, right? I mean, look at the cards I've taken from them. I mean, it couldn't be more perfect. Another Sheltered by Ghost. Okay. And they take the Saboteur? Sure. So this does have Ward 4 now, though. So let's think about this for a second. So Ward 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the mana to pay for it. I have the mana to pay for it. We're going for it. I don't even need to use the treasure either, do I? Here we go. You're mine. What were the odds they found their other 2 sheltered by ghosts there? That's kind of crazy. All right, so we're taking the Saboteur. Saboteur is going to be taking your last Banishing Light and your last sheltered by ghosts. Actually, that's not your last. They have 1 more sheltered by ghosts here. We're attacking in, stealing 2 more things. Let's take another land and a Healer Hawk. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and copy the Saboteur one more time. This one's a permanent one. And we'll take your Draw Engine and your Authority of Consuls. Seems pretty good. I mean, our card and our hands, our cards in hand, I should say, are looking pretty healthy. Looking pretty healthy right now. I have really no mean to be playing my own cards at this point, do I? I just kind of want to be looking over here. We've got all the removal. Oh, these are the reason why this deck is so easy for us to beat if we get a Saboteur, because we just take all the stuff that would exile our stuff, and it's a wrap. I mean, they don't fare very well against their own sort of counter game plan. You have hexproof personally. Sounds good. Sounds good, my friend. No block. Actually, no blocks. You can have it. You can have it. Let's go with the planes. Let's go with the Banishing Light. Let's go with a Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's go with Caretaker's Talent. And let's send them on in. All right. 2 more cards off the top for my Caretaker's Talent. Dude, I don't have enough room here. There's just not enough room. Gaining some life, and we're... Wait, did we not take any cards from the top of their deck that time? I'm confused. Did I not do it? When this enters, look at the top 9 cards in the library, exile 2, then face down. I'm confused why we didn't get that extra card there. That's okay. I mean, it's fine. We're still gonna win. I'm just very confused why it didn't trigger there. Maybe it's because I've got this one. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that I'm going to be taking their last Innocence and their Exemplar on this turn, so that should shut them down again. That's a good card. Let's shelter this again so it has extra ward. Banishing Light. And I think I'm going to copy this. Let's see what happens when I copy this. I'm actually very curious. Huh. It didn't do it again. Why is that? Whenever a wrench enters, look at the top 9 cards of the library. I'm so confused. Huh. What if I keep the new one? What happens? Nothing? Did I break the game? I think I bugged. Oh, they have hexproof. Oh, they have hexproof. I'm so dumb. That's what's happening. Oh my gosh. This guy is broken. I got to get him off the field. I was so confused. All right, pal. You think you're funny? You think you're funny, pal? Because I'm targeting the opponent on that play. Makes perfect sense. Look at the top 9 of cards from let me see. Target opponent. Yep. It says target opponent. That's the keyword. I was so confused. I thought I broke the game with some sort of weird bug or mechanic. That's so unfortunate because I had so many triggers there I could have gotten. I would have had like half their deck by now. Darn it. Sometimes I could be a real bozo. I've never seen anybody run this card, to be fair. To be fair, never seen anyone run it. I'm typically going off a feeling of like, I know what this card does. I know what this card does. But that time, that was a card I was like, oh, whatever. They have hexproof. I'm not throwing fireballs at their face. But that's actually a pretty interesting way that things target. I mean, they're hanging in there for sure. They're hanging in there. They wouldn't be if I had just not been so silly. Ay, ay, ay. Bonehead here. Mr. Bonehead. All right, I got one more Banishing Light. Sorry, guys. My allergies are bad. I think they're allergies, but I also think I might be getting sick. I don't know. They've been pretty bad these last couple of days. Yeah, I'm going to take this with the Banishing Light, so we're going to be fine. So funny. I thought like we broke the game somehow. That's too weird. Alrighty. So for starters, let's kick things off like this. We want you and you. I'm gonna start taking their win cons that, you know, would cause me serious harm and threat. Roaming Throne to double up the effects of the Siege Breaker is gonna be Chef's Kiss. Now we can get a little bit mean here and just start going crazy for the win, but they would end up conceding. I think I really want to try to just maximize the content in today's video, guys. So I'm gonna go with this, and I think I'm just gonna play this to be safe and get the channeler off the field, and that's it. I'm not gonna play the other channelers or their own Ajani's here. I think I'm just gonna do that, so that way I can have as much fun maximized as possible here. I know that may seem a little strange. We should be going for the win, but I'm pretty sure we already won, guys. I'm just trying to get the content. You know what I mean? I've got 4 of their own Banishing Lights and 2 of their sheltered. They've used 1 sheltered. We do got to keep that in mind, which means that they have 1 more in the deck. That could be the game winner for them if they find a shelter. So we got to make sure we're ready for that. All right, a bat. All right, so they can't shelter away my Siege Breaker because I've got 2 shelters on it, meaning it's got Ward 4. All right, we're chilling. We're chilling. I don't think they have their last shelter, so we're going to go steal it from them real quick. These have been some of the funnest and wildest games I've ever played in my life, dude. Shout out again to Jack for the idea. It's been incredible. It's been so much fun. Healer Hawk. 18 cards left. We might end up milling them out even. Who knows? Imagine milling out the live game player. That'd be pretty funny. All right, here's where things get really spicy. Now, keep in mind, we only have 4 toughness on the Siege Breaker, so there's a really strong possibility they could make a block here and take us out, but I do have the Carnosaur to throw a 3 power fireball at one of the creature's faces, which would probably end up saving the Siege Breaker. Let's play the land. I should probably play this to give myself an opportunity to draw cards here. I should probably just play everything now, right? Probably. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then we get double the triggers on this. And then we still have Carnosaur. Let's go. You and you. Where's your last shelter? 2 cards. Okay. And we'll keep the original one that came out. Dude, we are absolutely cooking. It's almost just lands left. I think they've got the sheltered in their hand, man. I'm pretty positive that they do, because there are no other cards that we've seen in their deck. We do have a little bit of an issue here, though, guys. The issue being that the channeler is at a 10-9 over there, and I haven't found a removal spell on my side of things. many cards do they have left? They've got 9 cards left. I should have just went for the kill last turn. It's fine though. I really wanted to see how many cards I could steal from them. How many cards do we have in our hand? It's ridiculous. All right, we're gonna take out you. All right, there we go. Gain some life. This is gonna trigger all of my life gain creatures. Drawing another card. It's a land. Dude, doubling the effects is just disgusting, man. Just disgusting. All right, you're running out of runway here. It's got to be a Shelter by Ghost, right? They have to have a Shelter by Ghost. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Give me a removal spell. Yes, it's a removal spell, but it's still not good enough to take out this guy, unfortunately. What a game, dude. What a game, dude. I hope you guys have been enjoying this video as much as I am. This has got to be up there with one of my favorite videos we've made in a long time. Like this one's special. This one's spicy. I'm pretty sure they drew a land off the top because that's pretty much all we've left them with at this point in their deck. So I'm really shocked they don't have a 4th Sheltered. Am I crazy, or did we not see a 4th one? Because they've only got... Oh, there is 2 in the graveyard. What? There's 2 in the graveyard. I must have missed that at some point. Well, I obviously missed it at one point. All right, we're going to put the counters onto our Siege Breaker here. All right. Let's have some fun. So we know there's no more Sheltereds then. That's good. Where's the land? There's the land. And then we'll play a Johnny, some bats. Let's just play all their cards. All of their cards. Go on in there. Can you imagine being on the other end right now and just being like, are you kidding me? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you're gone. GG's, dude. That was awesome. What a good sport too. I love the opponent. They were quick on their decisions. They stayed the whole time. They fought as hard as they could. What a good sport, man. Shout out to that opponent.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.